Hey guys, today's video, bit of breaking news is Chelsea's transfer ban has been lifted basically from two transfer windows, which was the summer just gone and January. Has now been turned over, so now we can sign players in January, which is good news for Chelsea. I'm going to read down this article, and then I'm going to be reading some of the players' names who we're being linked with. Now, I don't know all their positions because the article doesn't say, and again, I just doing this off the bat kind of thing, and we're also going to be going down Chelsea's squad as well, to figure out who we could go where, or like who we're going to get rid of, or who's going to be replaced, because we've got positions all over the pitch was pretty much covered. We've got a big squad, and yeah, so let's go down the list. The article first. Chelsea transfer news takes a look at the upcoming transfer window. Winter window. The football world is counting down to the days until the January transfer window opens. Always a very exciting time, of course, for football fans. There is sure plenty of business to be done in the Premier League in the window, with some teams needing more of a revamp than others, but that's obvious. From a Chelsea perspective, Frank Lampard has a chance to bolster his squad. The Blues legend returns to Stamford Bridge, and the knowledge that the club were banned from registering any new players in the summer because of a two-window transfer ban. The situation has changed. The Court of Arbitration heard the club's appeal and have reduced the ban at their headquarters last month, as they've now lifted the ban. There is an argument that the Blues don't need to make any new signings in the new year, as the team are looking good for a top four finish. Now, when Sarri took over last year, I said I wanted a top four and I wanted a cup run because he was a foreign manager, needs a year to adapt, etc. And whoever players he brings in, hence Jorginho needed a year at least. And if we ended up winning a European Cup and ending up top four, that was brilliant. And then this year, with Frank Lampard taking over, unexperienced manager at the top flight, but he's been a top player, but that doesn't mean it's going to transfer over into a Premier League winning side the first season. I was still very optimistic and said I want a top four and I want a cup run, and we're doing quite well for the top four. And we get a cup, we don't. But I want that top four, that's key. And of course, he's under constraints because he couldn't sign anyone, so give him some credit. And it's been a blessing in disguise, I think we can all say, with Hudson-Odoi getting game time, Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham, three big youngsters that all wanted to leave at some point or were wary about whether they're going to get their chance and all the rest of it. And it's happened for them, and I hope long term that continues, and they continue to grow and develop at Chelsea under Frank Lampard. So yeah, let's move on further. Blah blah blah. Top four finish. However, that's not stopped a host of players being linked to Stamford Bridge in January, and the number is sure to increase now that the appeal has gone through in their favour. With that said, Football.London has taken a look at the players he has been linked with the Blues since the closure of the transfer window, and now opens next month. Blah blah blah. Okay. So before we get into this list of players that they're linking us with, of course this is just their speculation, and it's always fun to speculate, but let's go down the team quickly in regards to the squad right now. Kepa, your number one goalkeeper. Caballero, backup goalkeeper. We've got Blackman on loan, who's a goalkeeper, and a third choice goalkeeper who's at at Chelsea now. Reece is there playing right back, Reece James, sorry, and then you've got Azpilicueta, a starter for me and a solid player all the time, even though he's 30 now. Left backs, Emerson and Alonso. Alonso's got good free kicks. Emerson bursts forward all the time. He's got a shot on him as well. Centre backs, you've got Christensen, Zuma, Rudiger, who's a starter for me. Rudiger's always in that back four. And then you've got so Christensen, Rudiger, Tomori, and Zuma. Zuma isn't as good as he was when he first came to Chelsea, I feel. Maybe he got that injury and it's affected him a little bit, I don't know. Christensen, been rumoured to break into the back four ahead of John Terry or whatever when he was there, and then finally got his chance kind of thing, and but now he seems to have petered off, or they don't use him as much in the past couple of weeks, I find. Haven't really seen him up until the last one or two games for whatever reason. The midfield area, you've got Kovacic, you've got Kante, Jorginho, and Barkley. That's four positions for two spots in the midfield, so we're covered there. You look at the wingers, we've got Mason Mount playing the number 10 spot, you've got Pedro on the left, William on the right, Hudson-Odoi on the right or left, he can play, and Pulisic. That's five wingers for 3 spots. You can argue we need one more, so that's 3 spots, we need 6 in theory. And then you look at the strike positions. You look at Giroud, Tammy Abraham, and then you've got Batshuayi. Giroud holds up the ball, even though he's like 31, 32 now at this point, and he brings other players into it. Tammy Abraham's got a pace and physicality. He did a great chest down to Mason Mount, who got that beautiful volley, smashed it in the back of the net in our previous game. So we've got numbers all around the pitch, and it's hard to think who we're going to get rid of or whatever, who we're going to replace. Now, I don't know all their positions because it doesn't say. I probably could have looked into it, but I didn't. It is what it is. But I do have a poll out this week, and I'm going to be focusing on the 3 strikers they're linking us with, so don't forget to take part in that poll. I'll leave 3 videos as well, so you can check them out and make your opinion, judge them for yourselves, and then you can take part in that poll and who you want in out the 3 strikers. But anyway, Jadon Sancho, who's an English kid apparently, 2020 feels like it's going to be a big year for the England wonder kid, and Chelsea are one of several teams constantly being linked with his signature. Again, this is just speculation. He plays for Dortmund at this point. Okay. Ben Chilwell, literally I'm reading that right, Chilwell, left back position. Left back is one of the positions where the Blues could do with bolstering, but tempting the defender away from the top 4, luring the defender away from the top 4 chasing will probably be difficult in January. The next one is a striker, Tim Werner. I signed him on FIFA, technically gifted, got pace and a great first touch. But that's going on FIFA, but whatever. I haven't done my research on him. He's got loads of pace, but he's still only 21 and developing his craft. So, but he could be one for the future. I read about £50 million they're going to have to pay for him, or 60. The lightning quick Germany international has been brilliant for Red Bull Leipzig this season and would bolster Chelsea's attacking options. I think he scored 19 goals, I think, last season. I'm not too sure. Next one is Bournemouth's Callum Wilson, who's been linked with us since last January. Could a move from Bournemouth finally happen? Now, looking at... Actually, I'll go down that in a little bit in a while before we get on to more of these. After we get on to more of these. So, okay, so those... So they got a left back. I don't know what that young kid Sancho is. We've got a striker in Werner and Wilson. Okay, the next one up is, I'm going to call this guy a winger, Zaha. He can play striker as well, pace man. So Zaha, it's a surprise that Crystal Palace managed to keep hold of their star player in the summer amid links to Arsenal and Everton, but that could change in the new year. I do feel sorry for Zaha. I'd love to get him 40-50 million pounds, and I hope he does leave. I really do. If I was him, I would not sign another contract with Palace after the way they treated him. That's my general opinion, and who knows? I hope he comes to us. Anyway, next up is a former Chelsea player, Nathan Ake. Reports claim that Chelsea want to re-sign the defender 2 years after selling him to the Cherries. It would only cost around £40 million due to the apparent buyback clause. Thank God we did that. So we've got a buyback clause in his contract, and it would cost us £40 million to re-sign him. He is a proven centre-back / left-back, I believe. He's been with us and played pretty well, and now he's got first-team football in the Premier League as well, so looking solid. So he's a proven defender that way, so he wouldn't be taking a lot of risks. Same with Zaha, and the same with Chilwell as well. So, yeah, those are 3 proven players there. Next up, we've got Chelsea reportedly set to battle with PSG, as well as Atletico Madrid for the signing of a Brazilian wonder kid called Ranier, believed to have a £53 million release clause with Flamengo. I don't know too much about him. Javari Derusan, exciting Dutch winger, although Liverpool is said to be interested as well. And Jose Gaia. Gaia, I believe, is the Valencia player. Yes, he is. One of the top left backs. Valencia's star reputation is growing every single season and would be cheaper alternative to Chilwell. Okay, but then again, he's not proving in the Premier League, so... But does he have that kind of quality to take that? We've seen him in the Champions League when he goes up against us, to take that into the Premier League. Yes, no, don't know. But again, Chilwell's probably proven. Matisse Godoy. According to reports in Italy, the West London outfit have launched a bid to a reign of £3 million in a bid to steal a march on AC Milan and Inter Milan. So basically, Inter Milan, AC Milan are interested in him, and Chelsea have already bid apparently for Godoy, £3 million. Okay, so that might be a realistic one then. It's only £3 million. We've got 2 more here. Hachi. I think he was a Real Madrid right back, and now he plays for I think it's the same one. I'm not too sure. He now plays for Napoli, and Sarri apparently is interested in him. He can leave in January or on a free transfer next summer, so that might be a better option. But again, if he's a right back, I believe. So yeah, he is a right back. So do we really need him? I don't really know. But maybe he move over Aspilicueta to the left back position and play him on right back. Maybe he can play left back as well. So if he's a free transfer next season as well, that wouldn't be too bad. But again, would he want to come to us? Who knows? And the last one that they've mentioned is one I've signed on FIFA as well. He's a really good player. I mean, if you're looking for a winger, Karl Havertz. Yes, I think he's a former. I think he plays in Germany. Liechtenstein. Is that Bayern Liechtenstein? He plays for them, I think. Um, he's on the radar for Arsenal and Manchester United and Bayern Munich and now Chelsea. It would seem does reportedly have an asking price of £111 million. That I think is more an unrealistic thing. I don't think Chelsea are going to pay £111 million for a winger unless Pedro leaves and we use that £80-90 million or £120 million that we got from Eden Hazard to sign him. That may be a possibility, but I don't think that will happen. I think like the likes of Real Madrid will go for him, maybe a Bayern Munich, Man City, but I think they've got so many wingers. I mean, David Silva is leaving Man City as well. I can't see Manchester United forking out that kind of money for another. I mean, maybe they will. I don't think. No, I don't think they will. I don't know under Solskjaer. I don't see Arsenal doing it either. I can't see Tottenham doing it. I'd be amazed if Tottenham and Arsenal do it. I think Chelsea, though we got the money, I think we'd be smarter to go for lesser players and get more for our money and spend about, I don't know, maybe 150 million, but we get 3 or 4 players out of that, or at least 3. Yeah, so I like Havertz as a player. I think he's really good, but I don't think with all the wingers we got, I don't think it's tenable. Godoy might be reasonable. Apparently, we've already put in a £3 million bid, so I think that might be someone just as back up there, as talented. I don't know to just get a for the future, but whatever. The right back, I don't know, but a free transfer is tempting if we want him. Ranier, can't say anything about. Dillestrom, I can't say anything about as well. Gaia might be possible, being a player playing the Spanish League and the Champions League, but again, can it transfer? And will Valencia want to sell as well? That's another thing. That could be kind of difficult. Ake, I think, is again more proven, and I think is a better option. He knows Chelsea. He's been around Chelsea and played in the Premier League, so that's and £40 million is a cheaper option. Zaha is going to be a tough one to get hold of. If we could get him, I would love to get him. And the last one, actually, sorry, I was going to talk about in the third, in terms of strikers, again calling Zaha a winger specifically, is Moussa Dembele. With Giroud possibly leaving in January in search of first team football, and backup for Tammy Abraham would be needed, and Leon striker fits the bill. Now, the 3 strikers I'm going to talk about specifically is Moussa Dembele, who went on loan. He was at Barcelona, then went on loan to Celtic, and now he's playing for Lyon. Callum Wilson, is that his name? And Callum Wilson at Bournemouth, and Tim Werner. Now, this week's poll is going to be out of those 3 players. I'll leave 3 videos in the comment section below. Check them out and let me know which one you would want. Based on what I've seen of them, Callum Wilson seems to be just a player in the right place at the right time, position-wise, and he is good in the air, or he scores a few headers. Tim Werner is young. He's he's getting his craft going, kind of thing, so he'd get better. He's usually got lightning pace, and he's a good finisher. But for me, I've got to say, Moussa Dembele has it all. He's got quick feet. He's technically gifted. His composure is really good on the ball. His first touch is pretty decent as well, and scores goals, all kinds of goals. So for me, I'm going to say Moussa Dembele to sign for Chelsea, even if it costs £60-70 million. To hell with it. And if Giroud moves on, he moves on. But yeah, for me, Dembele fits the bill. And sorry guys, let me switch back to the camera. Yeah, so he does play in the French league. I don't know. I don't think he's French. I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe he isn't. I don't know. And Werner, who the German league is practically like the Premier League, and then you've got Callum Wilson, who is already proven in the Premier League. So kind of interesting there. Is that a safe bet? Do you prefer to go for to Werner for German, or do you prefer to go to Dembele? Bearing in mind that David Luiz described the French league as playing FIFA, like playing FIFA. Those were his words. So take what you want from that. Having said that, I remember we signed another player from France a couple of years ago. You may remember him, Didier Drogba, and we all know how that turned out. So you know, give a bit of credit to the French league there. All right, guys, take what you want from this. Very exciting and good news for Chelsea Football Club that the transfer ban has been lifted. For me, out of those 3 strikers, let me know in the poll in the community tab who you want to sign, Dembele, Werner, or Callum Wilson. For me, my vote goes to Dembele all day because he's got quick feet, technically gifted, first touch, composure. Can bring people in the game. He's unselfish. I'll leave those 3 videos in the comment section below so you can check them out. And please like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links will be in the description below. And you can check out my FIFA content in regards to FIFA simulations and my career mode as well. If you're interested in that, I'll leave those in those annotations. All right, guys. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. And keep the blue flag flying high.